Hello everybody, my name is Wasabi and I am back today with another episode of Tale of Immortal. Today's going to be a bit different. As you saw at the beginning of the episode, there is no sort of like grindy bit. We're going to go straight into the fact that I am going to break through to chi condensation and we are going to explore the other side of the map. Since we will be pretty much powerful enough at that point to be able to go to that side of the map, it is incredibly different on like when you go to each region, primarily because monsters are a bit different, as well as just how powerful things in general are. And if you couple that with, again, it's like I'll show you when we go over there. Like you'll see some minor differences here and there, but there are some pretty big ones that I would like to show when I get over there. So let's get to it. Chi condensation. Let's go to the Spirit Pavilion. Breakthrough. Alrighty then, let's go with... Oh, that's right, I didn't put any of it in my inventory. Derp-a-derp. That's my fault, I did derp-a-derp. Let's go fix that. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Now we should auto. It has all of these amazingness. And this, we have a 70% chance of breakthrough. I think it's because we're using an orange one instead of a red one, but we'll be able to do it. It should be fine. Oh no, we failed. We actually failed. Crack, boom, fuck. Fuck me. We just have to survive long enough. Shit. We've got 10 seconds left. Can we survive? Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck, fuck, fuck. 4, 3, 2, 1. We survived lightning tribulations. Boom, with a final bolt of lightning, the fog starts to dissipate, leaving behind a patchwork of pits on the earth. At the center site, a figure muttering, "It is all over. It's all... Is it over? Is it over?" says the figure collapsed. We managed to survive, thus we managed to still upgrade to the chi condensation. I never thought I would fail that. Like, usually, because you have like a 75% chance, it's pretty high. Alright, let's see. You can cast wind lightning ultimates even when you don't meet the requirements. We don't necessarily need that. Training partner, when you earn 30% more XP after training together with others, and they'll give you more items. Heavenly gifted. When you use your ultimate for the first time in a battle, you'll summon a heavenly figure to fight for you. Elixir recycle. Every time you use an elixir in battle, you have a 60% chance to defecate it on the freaking floor. With 10 seconds, you can pick it up to add it to your current elixir. Vitality essence. Every enemy you kill in battle has a 20% chance to drop a vitality essence. Picking up will cover 1% vitality and increase your agility by 30 for 10 seconds. Should I want to pick the red ones rather than any of the purple or orange. And elixir recycling isn't that bad for like just having more elixirs, but vitality, I want to have that. After breaking through the same strange thing still appears sometimes after you kill an enemy, but now you've learned how to use it better and make it appear more often. Having healing pots in mid-battle is always usually pretty good. I've achieved chi condensation. Time to set up for the EC and find the mulberry tree. That is what we are going to do. Let's get on out. And give me a second. I'm dealing with my dog. The puppers. Alright, there we go. She just wants some love. Alright, let's see. Portal. I didn't find any cities over here, so we'll have to travel through this again. Let's go to the town. and more or less just go. What do we got? Uh, yeah, we just got some mail. Reach golden core. Legendary mulberry tree. All right, let's more or less finish this quest. Let's now we can gather cultivation essence that we find in the environment. All right, let's skip the month. I'm not exploring. We're just going to follow the yellow line more or less till we get to the mulberry tree. So I don't need to worry about it anymore. Beautiful. All right. Monsters fight. Yeah, we're at chi condensation, so these things are going to be an absolute cakewalk. Let's just whip them. Can whips actually be a viable weapon on the battlefield? Like, you usually see them in, like, stories and whatnot of, like, a character using a whip, but I've seen whips in real life, and I honestly doubt their viability on a battlefield. Like, there's a reason why you see a lot of spears and swords on, like, actual historical battlefields, is because spears are one of the best weapons to arm a lot of soldiers. They're cheap to make, they have a range to them, you know, as well as they're really easy to train with. Because all you do is just point and poke. That's kind of the essence of a spear. Of course, you can get more advanced with it, you know, doing all various techniques. While a sword is more of a professionalized weapon, you need to train a lot with it. You need to have, you know, actually afford the damn thing because it requires a lot of professional skill to make a good sword that isn't going to break for you or bend in the mid battle or and whatnot. But they're also like unlike spears, which were pretty much you arm. That's what you armed your army with. Spears were like the pistol of the ancient world. It was a sidearm and also a sort of form of status. So that's it was something you primarily used a spear in warfare. But if your spear broke, you say like the shaft broke, or if they got too close and you couldn't back away. What the oh that thing just respawns. Okay. If the thing broke, if your sword broke, or if they got into not your sword, your spear broke, or if they got too close, you would just drop the spear and use the sword. But of course, we've seen people use swords by themselves without needing a spear. And again, like a lot of those were like more elite fighters rather than like the sort of poster, like the poster, like soldier you would see. Because one of the big downsides of a sword than over a spear is the fact that spears have a ridiculously longer range than swords. You can poke and potentially kill the enemy or wound the enemy um, before usually a sword can be able to do the same with a spear user. In fact, I think there was a samurai from the Sengoku Jidai, or was it the Edo period? I think it was the Sengoku Jidai period, the sort of warring states period of Japan, stated that it takes a sword wielder 3 times the amount of knowledge and skill to defeat a spear user. You pretty much, if you wield the sword, you need to be 3 times more skillful than a spear user to effectively overcome them, because spears have the big advantages of being easy to train with, long range, to actually be effective, and very cheap to make and repair compared to, say, a sword wielder. And if you and while there's a lot of weeboos and stuff that go like the katana is the best weapon in the universe, they can cut planets in half and whatnot, kind of nonsense. The truth is, katanas are actually good swords for what they're intended to be used for. And it was actually in fact, during the Sengoku Jidai period, katanas were just seen as another weapon by samurai. They were a means of just a weapon that was meant to kill your enemy. They weren't idolized and like worshipped in Japan until the Edo period, with all the sort of no, let's debate her. Okay, continue cultivating. You what? No, like let me go back. And it was the Edo period with all the various dojos that kind of opened up and sort of maintained, the sort of master-student relationship that's like katanas became more or less worshipped as like the supreme weapon of the universe or some shit like that. Because they were trying to maintain their sort of culture, and it was the Edo period was a time of development of culture for Japanese, and that's where you see the sort of idealization of the katana and whatnot, which was a very much status symbol weapon during in the periods prior. Like a good katana was a status symbol, and because people couldn't move up in the rankings, like say go from peasant to samurai, it was pretty much you were locked to what class of like you were in from birth. Katanas being such a status symbol pretty much became a very like revised and immortalized weapon because samurai were the only ones who could wield that weapon, and thus training with it and getting a really good one and sort of practicing it with it was seen as something only the prestigious classes could do. But again, like in prior eras, like say the Warring States period, that wasn't the same case. Like because they were going with more practical. I need to defeat my enemy over like all like without getting myself killed, and thus a lot of samurai and even the various I forget what they're called. Basically the retinue units that they would like the peasants that equipped would all pretty much all use spears of some kind. Not all of them were using katanas. In fact, I would say very only the people who could afford a katana would be the ones to use a katana. Or if and most like bladed weapons were not what we would consider a katana. It was more like a just a shorter bladed weapon because it was cheaper to like get a hold of than say a proper katana. Facts. Path of cultivation is the dangerous one. 5,000 spirit stones. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have the 5,000. Alright. Alright. You can read this. I'm not going to read it. I have no idea what that quest line is. I've never really... Ooh, we've found a town. Yeah, now we can teleport between the both of the regions. So we've got various monsters. This monster is what we're going to need to kill to get to golden core. This one over here is the one we needed to get to chi condensation. And what are you doing? No, it doesn't matter. I'm already at chi condensation, and let's finish up the quest. We don't. I know the next part of the quest we won't need to fight necessarily, unless you wanted to play a more evil character. Then I'm pretty sure you would have to fight. You're a teleport. Okay, just read it on your own. So why don't we help the fox? Oh, we don't want to step in that. There's another. There's some more of those special biomes where special monsters will spawn, and I don't know if they're the same as like the previous one, just stronger. Okay, why don't we spar? If you're Golden Court, you're gonna kick my butt. Yeah, he's probably Golden Court. That's what it seems like. Golden Core is pretty much like Foundation in the last one. Once it's really powerful because like I've like again everything in this zone is powerful, and right now I'm pretty much at like just foundation, not even Foundation tier at the current moment. Like I am now the weak, like at the weakest form in this zone that I could possibly be. Chi condensation. Even though in the previous area I'm super powerful, in this area I have now more or less gotten to the bottom of the barrel. Alrighty then. What was that right then? Well, more or less she was telling me like, hey, you've gotten you've gotten to this area. What's this? Alright. I don't know what these things are. I'm at a bottleneck. Yeah, there's a special monster, so they are different monsters here for like this things we need to get to. What's after chi condensation? Is it golden core? Yes, it is, and I think this one works by G5 is the worst. Yep, and G1 is what we need, and that is the best, meaning that we're going to need to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items and get all of these items to get the best core. And golden core, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna need to break through. I want to finish the mulberry quest first. What's all these? Ask for more information. I don't know what's going on. There's some quest stuff. A lot of it hasn't seen, and I'm too focused on the mulberry quest. This is the divine mulberry. It is. Alrighty then. Now, with the mission, we're gonna get away from that because that thing is very powerful, and I've gotten my butt kicked unless I get to golden core. So what are we doing next after this? Well, last time I was trying to do the playthrough, I got to this area and I got to the elder position of the sect, and then I just got some of the red books. Now, all things considered, I'm thinking about my skills and just the amount of skill points that I have. Convert, I can get like, what? Ooh, 16 skill points with that one. I don't have enough to really equip any red skills because they take up like, what is it, 40 something, and I want to keep all these as well. So I'm going to see if I can equip everything with golden core, not golden core, chi condensation level abilities, and once that's done, I want to see if I can go to the auction in this area and more or less try to get some red books. Right. Scarlet fruit. Sure. Let's go to the mission here and let's click off and let's go down here. Let's go to the portal. Which one's in there? We'll just pop over here. Once we join this sect, we can't go back to our previous sect. I know you would come several times. Da 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 da. This that that that. All right. Now then, we are in the next area. Again, we are the weakest area people here. Now let's see. So let's see what we got. We have an orange book right off the bat. 410. Yeah, we'll definitely pick that up. I'm going to. All right, see anything interesting here? Ooh, an orange lightning. This is ridiculous. We've gotten lucky. Hopefully, I can build get some of the reputation points before another purple one. Wow, we've got variety now. Orange is second best, meaning that if we acquire those skills, we can be able to equip it, and we can potentially become strong enough to partake in a specific thing that we haven't found the city yet. Darn, I'll have to explore in my free time. Let's go just mission halls and go to monster sweep, which I think is the only thing we can do. Looks like we are currently disciple. We're going to have to become a true disciple, but we're not strong enough to do that. And just and before I want to exit off today, let's go and do some fighting. Oh yeah, the enemies did change. Now they're the enemies of the previous area, and some of them are a bit more stronger. I did like the water one a bit better because you just throw and then the thing explodes. I liked that a bit more than than this lightning ability. I'm hopefully see if we can find a better one that's similar, where you just nuke the thing like a zone of enemies. This one you have to be at like the center of it all, and then you have to expand it outwards. All right, put this. Oh, come on. Yep. Oh god, no, 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 no! Don't do that! Don't do that! Yep. As you can tell, we can't just like two-shot bosses like we could in the previous zone. Ouch. Got hit a little bit. But we can still do a lot of damage. And granted, we are the third level of cultivation, and we're now currently not really doing much damage to these peoples. This is the sort of progression, like if you go back to the previous zone, you're super strong, but if you go over to a new zone, you can kind of be pretty weak because you got to compare yourself to the region's average, and here we're below average in terms of strength. All right, we got some rewards. Let's talk to some people. Talk. Small talk. Talk. Small talk. Talk. Small talk. Talk. Small talk. So have we met all these people before? Wow, have we? Some of these people I don't recognize. Well, all of these people I don't really recognize. Since we last parted. I don't know what's going on with that. Now, can we buy that manual or? Oh yeah, also we've got better forms of the fruits and whatnot, so we can actually improve ourselves even further with like the sword and the lightning. But I want to go to the manual pavilion and see, can I buy that mind 410? Darn it. We're gonna have to. Oh, I don't want it. I don't want to do that one. Exile traders. And I can't sell anything, so like we were so close. So let's just skip this month. Let's see, mission hall. skip the month, yeah. Sure, why not spar? We're probably going to get our butt handed to us because we're weak in this region. Yep. Just looking at her, she's probably golden core, or she's at least yeah, if you want to be like decently like on average, you have to be golden core in this area. Like if we go to our golden core middle, yep. We're not even in the middle of chi condensation, so should we focus on getting stronger as chi condensation? Yes, and that's why I'm getting new skills. Then you gotta get those skills to train up those skills. And with a purple skill, we will be able to do with not a purple skill, a orange skill. We'll be able to do a lot. Manual pavilion. Now, what kind of is this an attack? Okay, it's just focus. But as you can see, elixirs do heal more. But let's get to this mission board. Build prestige to recruits. Unexpected monsters. And monsters rampaging in the spirit mines. Let's do the easiest. I think this one would be the easiest. It's right next to the sect. Alright, take action now. Dang you, you get going. That skill just doesn't do a lot of damage. As much as I was wanting. Alright, here we go. Kill you. There you go. Oh. Yeah, and also if you saw that, we have soul crystals instead of soul stones. Completely different than what we were having beforehand, and there's completely new herbs and all that. Alright. Alrighty then, so we go to the, not treasure pavilion, we go to the manual pavilion. I want to buy this before we leave. There we go. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be ridiculously expensive to learn. 1,200. Wait, what? Oh. We can't even learn it because our stats are low. Well, that's a shame. But anyways, that'll be it for me today, guys. I have been Wasabi, and I would like you to like, subscribe, and do all that to the lovely channel. And I would like to see you guys tomorrow.